On this episode of TJ Docktails, we buy a boat to do the Great Loop. Hi, we're Tom and Jen, a young and hurt couple trying to live each day to the fullest aboard Soulmate, a 40-foot Mainship trawler. Grab your favorite beverage and join us for Docktails as we share our experience traveling the Great Loop, 6,000-mile nautical adventure.
Our dream was to purchase a catamaran and sail the Caribbean islands. Beautiful turquoise water, white sand beaches, and unforgettable sunsets. To afford our dream catamaran, we would need to sell our primary home, and a sailboat would become our new home. Are we ready for this? What happens if we don't like living full-time on a sailboat? Time to slow down and rethink our plan. We then discovered a thing called the Great Loop, which is an approximate 6,000-mile boating adventure through the eastern U.S. and Canada, traveling through the intracoastal waterways, canals, inland rivers, and the Great Lakes. After watching endless hours of YouTube videos and joining the AGLCA, America's Great Loop Cruising Association, we decided this would allow us to slowly step our feet into the live-aboard lifestyle before we sold everything and made a big commitment. Decision made. We're gonna go do the Great Loop.
The 7 steps we use to buy our boat. 1. Getting a broker. 2. Insurance. 3. Searching for a boat. 4. Making an offer. The survey and sea trial. Final negotiations and acceptance. And lastly, documentation and closing. Using a broker is a highly debated topic. We have no experience buying a boat, and due to the costs, potential travel, lack of knowledge, and advice from other first-time buyers, we decided to use a buyer broker. This is what made sense for us. Even though we've been sailing for the past several years and had received ASA certification, we had never owned a boat, and our broker informed us of the potential challenges to get insurance. The first step was to speak with multiple insurance companies to determine what, if any, limitations we would have to obtain insurance. After several weeks in speaking with multiple agents and a few of the big-name insurance companies, the responses provided us with the criteria that we'd use for our search. Searching for our perfect boat. Based on the information we received back from the insurance agents and guidance from our broker, we narrowed the search to a trawler-style boat and then created our must-have and nice-to-have list. We then spent endless hours searching the internet. To really know what we liked and wanted in a boat for the loop, we need to get on a couple different types and makes of boats. Our broker identified several boats that were for sale in Florida, and we booked our flights. This trip would be part boat inspection and part vacation. We looked at 2 different trawler styles of boats. A Monk 36, which is the more classical style trawler, and a Mainship 390, which is a little more modern looking. By getting on both of these boats, it helped us to decide that the Mainship style was a better fit for us. Time to collect our thoughts after looking at several boats. Off to the Keys to enjoy some good food and a few cocktails before we have to head back home. One last water view and a burger at Le Tub in Hollywood before we get back onto the plane and return to Phoenix. We narrowed our search. Our first preference was a Mainship 400, followed by the slightly older 390 model. A few months after our trip to Florida, a 2005 Mainship came on the market. Could this be the boat for us? The market was very tight, with more buyers than sellers for Mainship boats. To give us the best chance of the sellers accepting, we submitted an offer at the seller's listed price, knowing that we would have one more opportunity to adjust our offer after the survey. Things got serious when the sellers accepted our offer. Following the recommendations of our broker and a few days of our own research, we identified a highly recommended marine surveyor in the area where the boat was docked. We also elected to hire a diesel engine specialist to perform a detailed inspection and test of the main diesel drive engine and generator. The survey and sea trial identified a list of things that would need to be repaired, but overall the boat was in good shape. On to the next step of the process. Although the boat was in good shape, there were several things we asked the seller to repair or making concessions on the selling price. They agreed to allowance, reducing the sale price and allowing us to make the repairs. Last step, closing the sale and documentation of the boat. We use a documentation specialist, All Yachts Documentation, to prepare all the final sales documents, document the boat with the Coast Guard, and register the dinghy. The documentation specialist was able to answer all of our questions and simplify the process. We own a boat! But now what? Time to get it ready for a trip of a lifetime. A new bottom job, replace the anodes, inspect the running gear, all the preventive maintenance items. Owning a boat is a never-ending list of projects and purchases. Well, look at that view. Our first voyage. We're going to take the boat from the marina to the boatyard, approximately 1 nautical mile. Captain. In the next episode of TJ Docktails, we start the Great Loop with our first voyage through a thunderstorm in the St. Johns River as we travel from the boatyard in Jacksonville, Florida to the free dock in Sisters Creek.